Yo guys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing some RMP 3s and we're playing with the E-Pod, a new mage that we found in the looking for Groupiante. So games are going pretty decent. And all we're going to be doing here is when you're facing a Wrestle Shaman, it's really good to go the Wrestle Shaman since Wrestle Shamans usually die in a stun. We're going to be going Wrestle Shaman, and then at a Wrestle Shaman, you're going to go Lock because the Ellie's going to have his Vital up, and you're just not going to be able to kill through that. So what we're going to be using is we're going to be using tricks. Now you can kill Wrestle Shamans with mind games with it, but usually Ellie's are just really tanky with the Vital up. So we're gonna sap the Warlock so he can't do anything to peel, or we're gonna pre-sap the H-Pal or the Shaman. We're gonna pre-sap the Shaman. So actually they do open on me. He's gonna double DB. I'm gonna Kidney. He sheeps, but he doesn't ring. So unfortunately the Shaman doesn't get CC'd. So he just perfectly peels our guy, and we still get cooldowns thankfully. So I do trinket the coil so I don't die. My guy actually Guardian himself, it looks like. So my teammate Guardian himself on accident, or my mage, one of the two. I think he accidentally Guardian himself though, or unless I'm not seeing it. But basically, what we're going to be doing here is our goal is going to be to kill a shaman. Wrestle shaman is nothing. Now, as you can see, it's really bad that I'm in the middle here. Now, I really like going with combo points. As you can see, I'm getting my combo points here, and I'm going to blind. So I'm going to blind, I'm going to instantly kidney, and we're going to open like this. So we're going to open. I don't think I get a 5-second kindle. I think I kidney with 4 on accident, but we still get wall, and we also get trinket from the blind. So, a mistake on my end. We're all making mistakes, and by the way, this is like our first queue session, so we're not all synced up. We're just getting to know each other. We're grinding out here, but no excuses. So we do kick. I think we kicked a. I don't know what we kicked, but he's just spam fearing. So as you can see, Warlocks get to do whatever they want. I hate people that play Warlock. It's the most broken class I've ever seen. But as you can see, Vital's gonna run out, and all we really have to do is either wait for Vital or go. Now I'm trying to wait for Vital as long as possible, but as you can see, my guy's dying, so I'm forced to kidney and do stuff. So as you can see, I actually do get a good go here, and we do go Ellie, and we actually do take him out, even though he walls. So we get a really good cheese kill on these guys because the lock didn't peel. So thankfully I stunned the lock. Fortunately, we didn't do any CC like a sheep on the warlock, which would have been really good. But I think he might have got kicked. But yeah, we do secure the dub. For this game, this is a melee claim. Now these are very good comps for RMP. Now for newer RMPs, it's going to be very rough. Now what you want to be doing is you want to be going warrior here. What you're going to do is you're going to sap the priest, you're going to cheap shot the shaman, and then you're going to kidney the warrior. And then your mage is going to pre-DB the warrior so he can't Blade Storm. Now we'll see what happens in this game. Now your kill target's usually going to be the warrior. It's a really good target. They can die really quick. But yeah, it can be rough because if they play really good, like then it's gonna be troublesome. You also want to be pre-sheeping the target you're going. So let's say we're going warrior. After our go, about 7 seconds later, you're gonna pre-sheep the warrior. So when the kidney DR is off, he's already in a sheep, and then you can basically go off that, and the warrior can't pre anything. So I can stun the target. So let's see what happens here. So as you can see, I'm gonna run up here. He actually does put a ground. That actually does put you in combat. So I'm gonna sap the priest. Sap. I'm gonna cheap shot. So I'm going to cheap now, and then I'm going to kidney. So as you can see, we get a really good solid setup here. Now I'm going to bomb late. As you can see, the priest coming around the corner. So we made sure we bombed so we couldn't grip him. And unfortunately, with all the cooldowns we had on him, he doesn't die in my 1v1. Because I'm surprised he was able to tank that much. So even with mind games, it wasn't enough to kill him. So unfortunately, we didn't get any trinkets. And we still have blind, so we could blind the priest, and he could double DB. Now it is DR, so we need to wait. He could be sheeping the priest too if he could land a sheep, and pre-sheeping the warrior would be really good here. As you can see, we didn't pre-sheep the warrior, so they're doing their full burst rotation. We really just need to spam sheep at this point. And I'm blinding here. I blind. I kidney. I really just do all the CC in this situation. And my guy doesn't cap. He doesn't fear though, which is really good. And um, we're still in a good spot. Now, all we need to do is pre-sheep the warrior, and then we basically win the game. So we'll see what happens here. So instead of my guy just kiting here, he needs to be casting sheep. So because you're not gonna be able to kite with when you have perma slow, it's just not gonna be. You have to be spamming your sheep. So unfortunately, we don't get the pre-sheep, but we do get the double DB ring, and I do cheap shot the trinket from the shaman, and we do kill him here. I'm gonna kick, and we're gonna kill. Actually, no, we don't kill here. So we actually don't kill. He didn't have bust up. He had bust up 15 seconds later, which honestly we should have waited for. We shouldn't press the go unless you have to, but I think we might have had to. But if we waited and we had that bus go, we would have won the game right there and then. But as you can see, we're in a tough spot here. He double DBs. Fortunately, he kind of like panic did it, so he didn't get any CC, as you can see. So we double DBs, but we didn't get any CC. So we get a cheese kill here. Um, yeah, that could have honestly threw the game, but fortunately I do Cloakus Hex here. I'm gonna Kenny him here. So I'm gonna Trinket Kenny maybe. No, he actually does fine. He gets a pre-sheep. So we get the perfect setup that we want. He misses DB unfortunately on the Shaman, so I cheap shot him for him. I'm gonna re-cheap shot. This was really close, and as you can see, we do get bust last second. We win. So we had a few mess ups there, but thankfully the X re-cheap shot the target, and we get the dub. The next game here, these guys played really greedy. They should have won. We got a really lucky cheese kill with my Shadowy Duel. Now, what you usually want to be doing is you want to go DH because you don't want to go the Windwalker because he's an orc. Now, you can swap the Windwalker if he has no trinket, but first, you usually want to go DH. So, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to sprint, and if he AoEs out of the door like he did now, don't even go for the sap because you can't step sap him because of his AoE. Now, I really wanted to sap the H-Power here. Unfortunately, it does get me at the very end of it through the wall. I do get the pre-sap on the Windwalker. Now, I'm going to cheap shot, and then I'm going to kidney. So, we do get a really solid opener here. Fortunately, my guy didn't resheep the Windwalker while he was coming, so if he'd had, it would have been really good. So he added my sap, he could have ringed and then sheeped. But as you can see, he does grip. I'm gonna evasion here, so I evasion now. And we didn't get anything other than bubble sack. So now we want to go H-Foul because he can't. All he has left is he doesn't have much left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna Kenny on his. He actually DR sheeps, but he doesn't get the fear to save it. So, and he also gets a sheep on the Windwalker, really good. I'm surprised this guy didn't die without darknessing. This was super crazy. So he darkness, but he didn't have the trinket darkness. Now this is really bad because we needed a trinket. We need a trinket to win. My guy, thankfully I vanished in time, or else we would have been dead. Now we have no trinkets. The goal is going to be to kill the DH. Now we're going to do a cheese kill. As you can see, he doesn't have much cooldowns. Unfortunately, he does get me out instantly because of the eyeball, so that kind of sucked. But I'm going to blind the H-Bot when I can. Actually, I almost blinded into it. He almost got me there. That was a really good pre by that guy. So I actually stepped last second. And he actually DBs. And he kind of did it too early, so I mean, the go was okay, but that guy had definitely enough time to pre more than what he did. But we do get a really lucky kill here when with my 1v1, as you can see. I get a fat eviscerate, and we do get the W. And yeah, we've gotten some really lucky wins off this. I think this was our first or second queue session though, so I don't really, it is what it is. If you mess up, getting back into it, it's not a super big deal. But yeah, it does suck sometimes whenever we screw goes up and it's just like, oh, because with RMP, if you screw up a go, you can still win, but it's gonna be after you screw up two goes, you're just basically you're putting up the bag. So here, this comp counters RMP in the most craziest way. These guys should win every single time. There's no chance they should lose. So I think it is flop, but who cares? He's bad. So we're gonna cheap shot. We're gonna start on the druid, get pet sack, and then swap. So as you can see, we're gonna. They actually use their trinkets here, which I think was okay. Now, my guy uses bust here, which is good. My guy gets caughted before he alters back, which is really bad. My guy busts his ends, so we get a decent go. I do sap off it, and fortunately we do get turtle here. So we do get cooldowns, not as much as I wanted to on a blind go. Usually with bust and blind, you're getting trinkets, but as you can see, we didn't get really much. We got pet sack and turtle, so not much. We also got his heal. So our goal now is it's going to be to try to kill the hunter through just pure CC and have me just try to kill him. So as you can see, I'm going to basically cheap shot the DK. I'm waiting for my teammates to be like, okay, let's go. So I'm still waiting. My guy blocks on top of Guardian, so it was really bad. So he actually cancels it into a roar, which I think is really bad, but he doesn't get the CC either. This is just an awkward situation. So I'm just gonna have to kill this guy through pure damage at this point. So as you can see, I actually just solo him like by myself since he pet sack. My mage can't do much, and I do just kill him. We get really lucky kills here. So we screw up CC again, kind of unfortunate, and then we also overlap cooldowns, which will lead in losses easily if you mess up. So we faced this comp about 4 times. We beat them every single time. These guys were beyond 1400. what they're doing is they're gonna do the night phase strat with the hunter, and then you just need to CC the hunter. He's using a trinket to where you have to stun him twice, but after you do, then he can't use anything. Now, if this guy was human, he would have been able to trinket my stun, so it would have been very broken. So as you can see, we're sitting in stealth, and the hunter comes out. We're instantly gonna start peeling, so we're gonna instantly disarm. He bops. My guy needs to get bopped instantly. And our goal, we cannot trinket. So we actually, this guy opens on me and actually just dies. He actually just gets soloed because my guy busts and we just kill him. So he does his die and we get a dub. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, peace.